Hello children, so in this video we'll be discussing how to draw the different ray diagrams of convex lens. Like you have learnt in case of mirrors, for drawing any ray diagram you need certain standard rays, at least two standard rays. So here also how we will draw the standard rays and what should be our measurement. Measurement can be anything, but some standardized measurement is advisable if you can take it. So for drawing a lens, the first thing that you need to draw is the principal axis. So first you will draw the principal axis, and after drawing the principal axis, take a suitable midpoint, and perpendicular to this principal axis, what you draw is the midline of the lens. You draw a very faint dotted line. On top of the principal axis, it is advisable you take 3 lines. Below the principal axis, you take 3 lines. So you draw the midline, and after drawing the midline, then you try to draw the lens. Now you should be careful that your lens that you draw should be as thin as possible, because if we draw a wide lens like this, a thick fat wide lens, then the question of refraction will come in. So to avoid that, we take a lens as thin as possible. So what I do, you can use compass, but I will draw it freehand. So you draw the one half, below you draw the other half. Similarly, this side you draw one half, make sure the thickness is uniform, and below you draw the other half. So if you practice, you will end up with a nice thin lens. So after drawing the lens, mark this point on the midline on the principal axis as O. Now whatever measurement you will take, it will be from this O. Don't take the measurement from the side of the lens. It will make mistake in your ray diagram. So from the O, it's advisable that you measure at least 3 centimeter and take it as the first focal point, and another 3 centimeter. So from here, from O, 3 centimeter, you mark this as F1. On this side, another 3 centimeter, mark this as C1. Similarly, on the other side, at 3 centimeter, you mark F2, and at 3 centimeter, you mark C2. So this will be F2, this will be C2. Now in some books, here it is written twice F1. It is the same thing, because center of curvature is double that of the focus or the focal length. Now, so these are the measurements you will keep in mind. Another thing that you will keep in mind is that when you draw the object, since your lens is 3 lines in height, when you draw the object, your object should be at least 2 lines in height. So then it makes the thing little bit in the normal dimensions. So first standard ray that we will be drawing is that any ray which comes parallel after refraction through the lens, so it will bend. Now this bending should be from this midline. Don't make it bend from the surface, this surface or this surface. So after bending, it will pass through point F2. So any parallel ray after refraction, it passes through F2. This is one of the standard ray. Another standard ray which we can consider, we draw the principal axis, then we draw the midline of the lens, 3 lines on top, 3 lines below. We draw the lens, make it thin, mark O. I am marking based on my assumption, but it should be 3 centimeter. You will measure and draw. Don't make the mistake of marking freehand. This side also at 3 centimeter F2, at 3 centimeter C2. So the next ray is any ray, if it comes through F1, after passing through the lens, it will pass off parallelly. So this is the second standard ray. Third standard ray, and I draw the axis, principal axis. Now before drawing the lens also, you can mark the position. Like suppose you take as O, then this side at 3 centimeter you mark F1, and at 3 centimeter you mark C1. This side also at 3 centimeter you will mark F2. This side again 3 centimeter you mark C2. So you can make these markings beforehand also. Then there is the midline, 3 lines on top, 3 lines below. There is the lens. So this is O, F1, C1, F2, C2. So the third standard ray any ray which passes through O will pass without any kind of deviation. So these are the 3 standard rays. Out of these 3 standard rays you can take any 2. However, you should remember that while you mark a ray on both the side of the lens, there should be arrowhead. If arrowhead is missing, your marks will get deducted. Now we'll be discussing the different ray diagrams at different position. I have already drawn. We'll simply discuss. So the first one is object at infinity. So when object is at infinity, we know what kind of rays comes in. Parallel rays comes in. So we'll draw the principal axis, lens, mark C1, F1, O, F2, C2. We'll take 2 parallel rays, one from above, one from below, and as the rays pass, they will meet at F2. So what will be the properties of image? Position at F2, nature real and inverted. Real because the rays are actually meeting, and real images are always inverted. Size, all the rays are meeting at one point, so it will be point sized or highly diminished. Next, object behind C1. So we'll be bringing the object nearer and nearer to the lens. So object behind C1. So you see, I told you earlier that the object, since the lens on this side is 3 lines in height, so the object we have taken 2 lines in height. So after drawing the object, you mark it as AB. From the top, we take 2 images, two rays. First ray, it comes parallelly, it passes through F2. Second ray will make it pass through O. After that, you give the arrowhead. You'll find that both the rays, they meet somewhere between F2 and C2. Not exactly in middle, but somewhere between F2 and C2. So position between F2 and C2, nature real and inverted. We can see that when the image you will draw, you'll mark it as A dash, B dash. And size, if you see, it is smaller compared to the object. So we have written diminished. The third position is, okay. Third position is object at C1. So when object is at C1, draw the object, mark it as AB. One ray parallelly, it will pass through F2. Another ray, make it pass through O. You will find that both the rays are actually meeting at C2. If they do not meet at C2, you have made mistake in these measurements somewhere. So make sure these measurements are accurately same. So if these measurements are same, and your drawing is correct, it is passing through O properly, this you have made it bend through the midline. If you bend it from the surface, they will not meet at C2. So if all these things are taken care of, your rays will surely meet at C2. So when object, we have brought it near, brought it at C1, so image is formed at C2. So position of the properties of the image, position at C2, nature real and inverted, and size, it is same size as object. So while discussing the numericals on mirrors also, I told you that it is very important to know the ray diagrams very well, because while solving numericals, you can picturize the ray diagram and you can guess what will be the nature of the image, where it will lie. So in a question, if it is given that you find that the object distance and the image distance is the same, then you can automatically guess that it is a case of convex lens and your image is being formed at C2. So object size and image size are same. So all these things can be guessed by some information given, if you are able to create the proper picture in your mind. Okay, next is object at C1 and F1. So we have taken the object between C1 and F1, one parallel ray, we have made it pass through F2, another through O. So both the rays, they meet behind C2. So properties of image: position behind C2, nature real and inverted. We can see size enlarged because it is bigger, the image is bigger than the object. So many things needs to be marked: C1, F1, O, F2, C2, A, B, A dash, B dash, this arrowhead, 4 arrowheads you have to mark, this midline you have to draw. So many things needs to be marked. You have to be very, very particular about the drawing, what you are marking. The last two diagrams here given is that so object at F1, what we find, so we take the object at F1. If you recall, when the image was formed at F2, when the object was at infinity. Now when the object is at, when the image was formed at F2, when the object was at infinity. Now when the object is at F1, where the image will be formed, it gets reversed, so we can guess it will be formed at infinity. So let's see, we've taken the object, one ray comes parallelly, it passes through F2, another we can make it pass through O. So you'll find that both the rays, the outgoing rays, are parallel to each other. Parallel to each other means they are not going to meet. So we can consider that they will meet somewhere at infinity. So position at infinity, nature real and inverted, size real and inverted. How can we say? Because wherever they will meet, it will be below the principal axis, and being below the principal axis means it will be inverted, and inverted images are real. Size, it will be highly enlarged. Object between F1 and O. So object between F1 and O, properties of the image, position. So here you see between F1 and O, I have drawn the object AB, one ray parallelly passing through F2, and the ray I have made it pass through O. So both the rays are diverging, they are moving away from each other, so they will never meet. So in order to make them meet, I produce them backward. Sorry, it has gone little bit between the writing, so draw it little bit below. So we produce it backward with dotted line. The ray seems to come from here, and you have to stop here. If you draw the dotted line like this and make them pass, cross it over and make them pass, so this portion is incorrect. So where they meet, you stop there. So there we draw the image, so it will be A dash, B dash. Okay, so properties of image, position on the side, on the same side. It can be at F1, it can be between F1, C1, it varies. It can be between F1 and O, anywhere, but it will be on the same side as object. Nature virtually erect, and size will be enlarged. And this is the position. Now these lenses, where are these lenses used? Convex lenses are mostly used in case of your binoculars and magnifying lens, then microscope, and even in the spectacles. However, this position that you can see, this is a very special position. Why? Because this is the ray diagram for image which will be formed when you are viewing any object with the help of a magnifying glass. You take a simple magnifying glass and if you see the image, so it will be an enlarged image and it is erect. So in that position, your object is actually placed between the focal point of the lens and the optical center of the lens. That is the position of your object. And if you keep on bringing the magnifying lens further and further, you'll find that the object becomes bigger and bigger, and upon reaching a certain distance between your object and the lens, you'll find that there is no image being seen. You cannot see anything. At that time, actually your object is at F1, because at that time the image is at infinity. उससे अगर दूर लेके गए और भी खींच लिया अपने तरफ, मतलब ऑब्जेक्ट और भी दूर चला गया, in the lens you will find that the image has become ulta. That means you are getting a real and inverted image. So these are the different ray diagrams. You'll pause the video and you'll draw the different ray diagrams. Thank you.